Leo, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late October 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Leo collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic. Let's get it going here. My God, Spirit Team, talk to me. What do we got for the beautiful Leos here in late October? And as you can see, my friends, I'm in the holiday spirit as usual. All right, you get to have your cards read by Kyle the Scarecrow, aka the Carecrow. Let's get it going here. One card. What energies, messages, insights can we pull for Leo? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Leo in late October. What's happening? What do we got for my good friends? Thank you. Oh, all right. We have the Little Mermaid. We have Ariel showing up for you. And I haven't seen her much in other readings, so I like that she's here. She's a very in thought, in the brain type of energy, but there's also a good focus on the future, what's on the horizon. There's a lot of potential when I see this card. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the October subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk more about this card. So I'm sure most of you have seen The Little Mermaid a couple dozen times, and this card to me does encapsulate a very similar story. Notice beauty, it's gorgeous, aesthetically pleasing, but Ariel here has her head in the clouds. So of course there's this certain daydreamy, imaginative type of vibe that's here. For some Leos in this time, you could be a little future focused, where you're trying to see where you want to go. Even if you're cool with how something is currently, it's like, okay, I want more, right? You've heard the songs. So it's like, not in a bad way, not in a selfish way. It's like, all right, I'm looking to the future. What's the next move is a big thing when it comes to this card. But again, with the imagination, the daydreaming, that's all well and good. For some of you, you could really parlay that into something beautiful, whether it's just creative pursuits, creative endeavors, brainstorming. There's a strong mental aspect to this card as well. So for some of you, yeah, maybe you're overthinking a little bit, but this can also be used for productive means as well. This does not feel bad to me whatsoever. So keep your eyes on the horizon, my friends. Let's get into tarot. And I always say that first card there doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Let's shuffle it up one time here for the lovely Leos. Let's see what's happening. And while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. It was titled An Emotional Warning, and I do believe the reason it was titled that is because I felt some spikes in the energy where it's like, okay, we have some good, we have some positive, and then it flips the other way, and it just felt very spiky. So keep that in mind, even for the coming days and weeks. Like, there might be energies and feelings that are spiking up and down. High energy, low energy, good, bad. It's like that yin-yang that was happening, but in an extreme way. So let's see what shows up this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone, so only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone that you're linked to. Let's get it going. 3 cards here for the lovely Leos in late October. What's happening? What's going on for my good friends? Thank you. Okay, karmic energy. And I do believe this showed up for you in recent weeks as well. 7 of Pentacles is patient. Yeah, we're going to need more information on that one. Let's get a couple more. What do we have here for Leo? Thank you. 4 of Cups. Yeah, there's that mental action that I was speaking about with Ariel. That's here too. It feels familiar to some of the other things I've been seeing for other signs this week. Let's get one more. What do we have here for Leo? Thank you. Boom, and there's like that breakthrough. Wow. All right, that energy shifted quick, really, really quick, and it feels intense to me. Like the way it's making my intuition feel, it's like, yeah, slow, not much happening, not much is going on, and then boom, this energy just powerhouses. Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into that juicy intuitive stuff. But at first glance, I always like to look at the elements first. Elementally, we have a nice chunk of water energy, which is the realm of feelings, emotions, similar to like what we were seeing last week. We have Pentacles, which is earthy, slow, dependable type of energy as well. But I always look at how the elements play off of each other. And when you mix earth and water, generally, that's prosperity. That could represent abundance. It could represent fertility. So I'm seeing a lot of potential here in this spread, and I've been seeing that for a lot of the fire signs this week as well. Well, there's a lot of really good energetic potential, but there's a switch, right? Like to me, it's like, yeah, slow, not it. This energy in the front isn't moving, and then we go to the fastest card, which is like very shocking almost. So let's go through piece by piece and really start to build this out. Position number one, the Seven of Pentacles, and we see our pal here. He's chilling right next to that pentacle bush, waiting on those to grow. This is a card of patience. So for some of you, maybe there's something you're waiting on. Maybe there's someone you're waiting on, or something could be trying your patience when this card is here. And listen, I'm a fire sign myself. I know we're results driven normally. Like we want to see results. We want to see the fruits of our labor. So there could be something that's testing your patience a little bit. In its roughest sense, because I always like to give the positive and the challenge. In its positive sense first, let me go there first. The Seven of Pentacles could represent something coming to fruition, something finally blooming, so being able to reap your harvest. But in the challenge, it could represent something that's frustrating, something that feels like it's not changing, it's not moving. So I guess it depends on the situation you're in. It is also a karmic card. Okay, like I said, when it first came out, the Seven of Pentacles is the prototypical card and energy of reaping what you sow. What you put forth, you get back in return. Now, moving to the center, we have the Four of Cups. A lot of similarities to that Ariel card that we saw in the beginning. So we see this little individual chilling next to the tree. It looks like they're taking a not a snack. They're having a little nap, taking a snooze. Okay, so you see them, their eyes closed. They don't see what the universe is presenting them. Some of you might be a little grumpy when this card is here. It's not like anger. It's just like a little, like something could be ruffling your feathers when this card is in the mix. It's not moving though. It's not really doing much. So very similar to this Seven of Pentacles, this Four of Cups, it's not physically material world doing anything. So there could be certain situations that don't seem like much is happening or nothing's really changing. The Four of Cups, very thought-based, very imaginative. Don't overthink in this time. I know that's easier said than done, but this is somebody with something on their mind. Now, there might be a very specific situation or an individual on your mind when this card is here, or could be the other way around. Maybe someone has you on the mind. Now, this is where we get to the really interesting part, and I can't wait to clarify these for sure. We move to the fastest card in the whole entire deck, in my opinion. We have the Chariot. So this is Cancer energy. You might be connected to a Cancerian, and the Chariot is moving. It's either going to or away from something. It's quick. It's on the go. Now, this could represent distance. It could represent travel, all that stuff. It could represent your mode of transportation. So I don't know if any of you are having situations involving that, but aside from all that, this Chariot has a lot of determination, and it's moving quick. It's explosive, it's shocking, it's powerful. And this could be great for really making things happen. So it's like, yeah, nothing's happening, everything's happening. So in this time, watch out for situations that just intensify extremely quick. I was kind of picking up a vibe like that last week. And this can be good. This doesn't always have to be a rough situation. This could be something that comes in out of nowhere, very shocking, but could be positive. I guess it depends on what shows up underneath it. Now, I do always mention, when it comes to the Chariot, it's important for us to remember that initially, back way back when chariots were initially invented, they were made as instruments of war. So that's the challenging side of this card. Either it's like, it's very fleeting, it's moving super quick, but at the same time, it could be confrontational. Okay, so I want to dive deeper on all this, Leo. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here. See what's happening for the lovely Leos. Let's see what's going on. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Seven of Pentacles. And yeah, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Leo, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, Seven of Pentacles time. What is going on? Quick. Yeah, I mean, just a small encapsulation of what we see here on the back end. We have the Knight of Swords, which is the second fastest card in the entire deck. Now, for a portion of you, if you are dealing with an air sign, this could just represent them. But if that's not the case, the Knight of Swords is in flight. It's going. So it's like we have this opposite type of energy where it's not moving, nothing's happening, but in reality, it's like something's going to break through in a very big way. Whether this is somebody planning their move or planning on doing something, I will say this. It's given me the vibe of someone saying, well, if you're not going to do it, then I'm going to do it, or I'll just do it myself. Like if I don't see results soon, I'm going to do it myself. So take that for what it's worth. There might be a situation where it's like, all right, I'm tired of waiting, so I got to do something about it. That could very much be the case here. But again, with this Knight of Swords underneath this Seven of Pentacles, I feel something building underneath the surface. I feel something brewing, and this can be very good depending on your situation. But if it seems like things aren't moving, things aren't changing, or something's frustrating you, the energy, it's like on the etheric realm, the universe is setting something up in a big way. Because Seven of Pentacles into the Knight of Swords, it's like I'm waiting on something, and if I don't see it soon, I'm going to make an action. Okay, big action with all this energy. So we're just going to leave them right there for now. Really want to get over to that Chariot and see what's going on. There's someone waiting on somebody else. Like it's like, all right, well, I'll wait and see what you do first. No, I'll wait and see what you do first. It's like kind of giving me that vibe too. It's like a standoff with these two energies. But let's see what's up with that Four of Cups. Really want to get over to the Chariot though. But why is the Four of Cups here? Why is that Four of Cups in the mix? Thank you. King of Cups, aka Kyle of Cups himself without a beard in reverse. Oh no. So we do have more of this water type of energy showing up here. King of Cups in reverse. This is somebody that is not super happy about something. And that's another thing I can say about 4 of these cards. It can be someone that's a little grumpy, a little upset about something. I don't feel like this is somebody in a rip-roaring rage. To me, it's more someone who's like, no, I'm not liking this, or I'm not a fan of that. So there could be something that has you on edge here. For another portion of Leos out there, this could be someone or even yourself where there's certain things that you can't help but think about it, where it's like a situation or an individual or something that it keeps popping into your brain, popping into your head. That's like the vibe I'm picking up. Because let's talk about it. The King of Cups is an energy, as with all kings, that represents control. The King of Cups represents emotions, feelings, creativity. When he shows up in reverse, it's uncontrolled. Okay, so again, aside from that grumpy, someone being in their feelings a little bit, the main vibe I'm picking up here with him in reverse underneath the Four of Cups is the thought process or the mind is just going. And it's like, I can't help it. I can't help but think about it. I was seeing that in another sign too. So maybe this is a cross-watchers reading. It depends. But now notice we're getting a lot of people, lots of water sign energy here. But let's see why the Chariot's in the mix. And we'll do a quick little recap before we get into the shadow card. So why is the Chariot here? What's this breakthrough of energy? I wouldn't say this center one is impatient. This one feels a little more passive than this front end though. Because this one's like, I'm done waiting, or I'm not going to wait any longer. So something could be trying your patience, but let's see why the Chariot's here for you, my friends. Why is the Chariot here? Cute. Yeah, I mean, we have the Lovers in reverse here. Now, I don't necessarily feel like this is a bad thing, okay? Take it however it will and apply it to whatever situation you're going through. Lovers in reverse can represent conflict, so we could be seeing people that they're just not really seeing eye to eye. The way they view things is just a little oppositional. That's just how it's feeling to me, especially with what we have here in the front. One is much more passive, one is much more aggressive. When I see the Chariot and the Lovers in reverse, another thing I have to say here, my friends, people showing up all over the place. And the Lovers is not just a card of romance and people that we're tied to. To me, it's a card of interpersonal connections of all kinds. And I know I speak about it from time to time, that classic Leo magnetism. I'm picking that up here in a big way. So just know, like, there could be people coming out of the woodwork. There could be people coming at you. It's like, here they come again type of energy showing up in a big way. Now, whether you want that or not, that's really up to you and your situation. Lovers in reverse can be oppositional, though. So, yeah, maybe there is someone that's a little upset, angry, or mad. Very possible with what we see here in the center. There is an underlying aggression in this energy. However, I just also feel the magnetism, you pulling something towards you. Okay, so I guess you just tie to your situation. Gemini energy here with the Lovers in reverse. Usually this is smooth, silky, easygoing type of energy. In reverse, underneath the Chariot, turbulent. Okay, so whether it is with other people, it's also a card of healing. So you see what I'm picking up here, whether it is just somebody in their feels. But let's just go through and do a quick recap, because I don't want to talk in circles for you guys. But let's do the recap, then we'll get into the shadow card. Let's talk about it a little more. If you kindly look in the box, total oppositional type of energy here through the reading, because we have very stagnant energy and then boom, shocking out of nowhere. Moving into position number one, we have the Seven of Pentacles with the Knight of Swords in the upright. So this taking action, there could be something you're getting a little impatient with, where it's like, all right, if I don't see something soon, I'm going to do it, or I'm going to do it myself. It's giving me that type of vibe where it's like, I'm not waiting anymore. Again, there's this little underlying aggression that I'm picking up. So hopefully someone's not on your wrong side. I am picking up a lot of the magnetism, here they come again type of energy. But in position number two, we have the Four of Cups, very thought-based, with the King of Cups in reverse. Whether this is a thought that somebody can't help but think about, where it's like, I can't help it, it's just on my mind. But for another portion of you, when I say this again, it could be someone that's in their feelings a little bit, someone that's upset, angry, mad, you name it, especially with what we have here on the back end. Now, we do have the Chariot with the Lovers in reverse, and I did say whether this is shocking action or energy coming towards you, it can be a little bit confrontational. So I don't feel this is someone that's going to back down from a conflict or back down from a fight. It just feels choppy, but at the same time, it's like we have choppy oppositional energy, but at the same time, you're pulling people towards you in like a very magnetic way. So do what you will with that energy, Leo. This reading is oppositional to at best, but let's leave it at that. Let's get into tarot. I mean, the Shadowland Tarot, and see what's in the shadows. So what's going on here for the lovely Leos? What is in the shadows for my friends? And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing. So let's get you one. Oh, and yes, if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. They're the ones that helped me pick out my costumes this year. But let's get it going. Thank you, my friends. What is in the shadows for Leo? Thank you. Page of Swords. So another person. So you see what I'm saying about this magnetism? Like your phone might be blowing up a little more than usual in the coming days and weeks, because people, and another people. So the Page of Swords is air sign energy. One thing I will say about the shadow side of this card is that it can be very defensive. It could be someone that has their guard up and they're not super forthcoming. But as with all pages, they can be very conversational. So it's like, I'm not wild about this, but I'll do it. It's like giving me that kind of vibe. But I must say, the Page of Swords is the watcher of the tarot deck. It's having somebody under the microscope. And with all this magnetic energy, just know you might be catching someone's attention, or someone could be watching your moves when this shows up in the shadows, okay? It could go the other way too. So maybe there's a situation or someone that you have your eyes on with this Page of Swords. It doesn't feel super nefarious, but it's there. And it adds to all the other energy we were picking up before as well. So Leo, that's what I have for you this week, my beautiful friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details. The October subscriber surprise. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can check out my digital calendar for the month of October at my website, mastermetaphysics.com. But for the October subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of one of my favorite decks, the Tarot of the Owls. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. Second, let me know down in the comments, hypothetically, if you had to get a tattoo of a tarot card, which one would you choose and why? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love. I'll see you again soon.